All right, so what I'm going to do here, and what I have is I have the color wheel, and that's going to help me make some determinations about which direction I'm going to go with this edit. And in this photo, I have two kind of predominant colors, the yellow off of the light and the ice, and then the blue in the background. And if I look at the color wheel, I see that it's a little bit off. My yellow, really the color that would work best for, sorry, complementary colors, the term I was looking for, would be more of a purplish hue. Or if I looked at the other way, if I've got more of a true blue in the sky, then I want it to be more orange. And this is where your ability to control color through the color mixer is going to come in. So I'm going to go ahead and open my color mixer, and I have been really liking the way that this works because I have hue, saturation, and luminance. I can focus on a color, but also don't forget you can focus on hue, just saturation, or just luminance. But I'm going to go back to color because what I want to do is I want to do some shifting and really just demonstrate that even if you're, since we're trying to focus on complementary colors and controlling how the colors relate, we're controlling the colors of the shot to make them match more truly what they should for a complementary color photo. And in that case, I'm going to start with the yellows. Now, if I shift my yellow hue to the left, I'm going to get a more orange look out of that light. And I would probably just boost saturation a little bit and a little bit of luminance to give it a little more higher value, maybe a little less because I'm actually losing some of that color. And that's shifting to the orange spectrum. If I go all the way, kind of exaggerate it, then what I've done, if I use my color wheel, is I'm matching this color with a more of a yellow-orange, which is a better match for the blue. But if I'm being really discriminating, I might want to do the blue and shift that over a little bit more towards the violet. But not too much, because what I'm going for is that complementary color scheme. And this is close. But you can also go in the opposite direction. And what I mean by that is, let me back this back off and put everything back to zero. And let's say you've got two complementary colors, but you're really trying to line them up better with your edit. Remember, it started with kind of a yellow. Maybe what I want to do is take an opposite approach and take my blues and shift them more towards the not quite red violet, but the violet color scheme. So instead of starting with the yellows to kind of match over to the orange to balance out the blues, what I'm going to do is start with the blues and move them over more towards the violet, see what kind of look I can get from that. And again, I'm going to choose my blues, shift my saturation. Now I'm going a little bit more for that purple look. I know it's not realistic. I don't care. What I'm looking for right now is complementary colors. And now the yellow, and maybe that would be a little bit better as a vibrant, balances really well. The blues, which have shifted over into the purple, maybe a little bit too far over. So I'm going to back that off just a bit so it's more of a true match for violet, and then give it a little more intensity and then a little more luminance. So basically what I'm demonstrating is that if you're using the color wheel for reference and you're trying to get complementary colors, if you're close, you can use the hue to shift over. And again, this is very different than trying to make naturalistic photography. What we're trying to do is create complementary colors through photography. And oftentimes the perfect color match just doesn't exist. But you can take something that you've shot and tweak it to get that look and to make it much more intentional. So now the intent here is clearly to match the yellow and the violet, and it's a very close match. Maybe what I should be doing is thinking like this and go for a lower value violet. And that is, yeah, it's pushing a little bit over into red violet. Maybe that's a little bit better match. Now, again, I'm not looking for perfection, but I am looking for the ability for you to be able to take control of those complementary photos and just fine tune them using the color mixer. And again, this is a tool that's available in Photoshop and Lightroom. Thank you for watching.